Hey, brothers and sisters, what's going on? What's going on? Back again, back again, back again. Let me greet you by saying, what's up? What's up? Abortin hardugu da follow oi to the bank. Basis los bonjour mes amis. Kedu bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama, sani bonani, jumbo habaragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. So, what is going on today? Today, we was having a particular conversation, me and Selmina, about the differences. And Francisco's back there. So we were having a conversation about the differences between Brazil and the United States, in particular Florida. So I was watching a video of Viva Fry, Montreal litigator. Okay, and basically what was going on is he was talking about our medicine and his experiences in New York. So I was like, wow, we got Selmina coming from Brazil, all right, and we was having a conversation about the differences between Brazil and the United States. Now, when you hear about the differences between Brazil and the United States, it is always from the point of view from a person in the United States that went to Brazil, right? But I wanted Selmina to speak on this because her and Francisco are people that have come here from Brazil and speak to as this is their first time coming to the United States. All right? This is their first time coming to the United States. This is their first experience of the United States. And I wanted them to share that because it's something we could learn from. All right? It's something we could learn from. This is definitely something we could learn from. So, and I want her to talk about the incidents when you bump the guy over her. All right. So I'm going to turn the floor over to Selmina. When we was trying to get people to log on to their Instagram, let me give you some background. Okay. The NGO that I go and try to bring stuff to help out, this is the one that came up with the NGO. When it first started, it was her mother's house, right? Now, she lived in the middle of the favela where y'all saw all the guys with the guns, right? And so, basically, she started it there and basically took it back to the community. All right, she started it there, went out, worked a couple of places, learned a little English, and she went and brought things right back to the community. All right, and so that's how the NGO got started. Now, it recently moved after the air conditioner was shot out. I still think that's funny. That it took the air conditioner to get shot out for them to move. It was like, oh, hell no, they shot out the air. It's time to go. But anyway, so that's basically it, right? Now, needless to say, our experiences is quite different from my first visit to Brazil versus her first visit here to the United States. All right. and I wanted her to talk about how things went once she got to the United States. Like all the stuff that happened and stuff. Even the hotel in Florida. Okay? All right? And so basically, okay, I'm going to let Selmina speak.
Hello, people. I would like to thank Kiwi. That's why I'm here, because he invited me to stay here, and I beg your pardon because my English is not good, but I will try to talk with you about this thing. When I arrived in the United States, I realized that people here is very close, not close
Yeah, close.
inside them, and they don't like contact and conversation with people. And when you cross in front of them, they excuse me, sorry. Uh, um, it's not normal. In Brazil, people are harmed, and they may make contact with us. They give hold. They are much warmer,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people here is too cold. It's one point. The second point is people here is rich because everybody has car, big car, big car, and and expensive car. I don't know how people buy a car $1 million. I don't know why, because I am not used to see this. In Brazil, we have.
Oh, because you was in Florida. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we don't have this so big cars and so much expensive cars. And another thing is that security is very.
Oh, yeah, the airport.
When I arrived, I was searched
Frisk.
for a policeman, and I said, what I made wrong? I started to laugh because I didn't understand why she was taught me looking for what. I don't know. It's the point. The other point that when we left our hotel, when I entered to the room, our things disappeared. Our camp, our lunch, food, the mate was stolen. Stole, stolen.
Yeah, stolen. They stole her call.
My things I didn't understand.
But
and another important thing, food here is too much expensive. I don't believe that a toy could be $12 and ice cream too. I don't understand why this happened here, because food is very expensive. I I I cannot accept this, because when in Brazil food is not so expensive. We eat fruits and rice and beans and everything. It's cheap, and food here is so expensive. That's why I am eating sandwich all the time, because I stopped in Walmart and bought something, and I am improving this. I am not. I am good. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm good. And another point, everything here is clean, and we don't have in the walls, on the walls,
Graffiti. She's talking about graffiti.
Graffiti. Brazil is Dutch with graffiti. I don't like graffiti. And another thing is that, let me see, the weather. The weather is so cold here. And
She forgets that it's winter here while it's summer in Brazil.
yes, Brazil is summer now. And when I arrived here, I feel much cold.
Hmm.
And what more? What more? Help me.
So we talked about the guy that touched you, right? Let's see. Now, I wanted to address that. So my first experience with Brazil when I went there is quite different from her first experience in the United States, right? And it's a stark difference in that in Brazil, like I told you, right, her stuff was stolen in Orlando, Florida, in our space, or like none of that. In Brazil, you know, people hug each other in Brazil. They hug you. Like, brother, come here. Everybody hugs in Brazil. All right. So imagine their surprise once they get to here. All right. So imagine their surprise once they get to here. The trust thing. I dropped my wallet at the airport. It was given back to me. I panicked when I couldn't see my phone. Here. All right. I panic when I can't find my wallet here, right? Because I can't trust anybody here. And we talking about family, too. And I was like, what a way that we're living that is so different from how they live. All right? And so, we love Il Fosso, you use Avenue in Brazil. We're talking about the tagging that's going on and tagging graffiti and not the paintings that I'm
I am. I don't know, but see another way to in terms of living and
experience.
And I have to say that I could know two parts in Orlando, Universal Studios and SeaWorld, and I like very much. I didn't know another one because it's too much expensive to me, but it's a thing. And I realized that people here, or American people, and especially Brazilian people that come here, they have a dream to know the United States. So when I was in Orlando, mainly Walmart, I could realize that I am not in the United States really, because everybody there are speaking Portuguese, and Orlando too. Texas no, but in Orlando have many Brazilian people there, and I like that. When I go to somewhere, any or some other place, I would like to see, and every positive thing, every positive thing I bring to my life in our NGO. For instance, when I traveled to another state in Brazil, I saw a different culture, folk dance. So I brought to NGO, and here I I I realized that I can bring to Brazil something that I am seeing here.
Mhm.
Everything is positive. I am not complaining about United States. Not.
Oh,
I
no, we'll complain for you. No, we'll complain for you because really, she got some legitimate things. Because I mean, really, she got some really legit stuff to say about the U.S. of A. You know, all right, because I mean, and it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. People don't like being touched here.
Yes.
People don't like. I mean, we're ignorant. Yeah, let's just call it what it is. We a bunch of ignorant folks that act like we can't stand each other. We can't even be cordial. And but the thing with the I'm gonna tell you something, and I've often said this, right? The thing with the airport.
When I arrived in Atlanta airport, I have this problem because I think that they thought that I was a
Criminal?
criminal. I
Oh,
don't
Lord.
know my Latin face. American.
Man, she thought that she was thinking they thought she was like Guido.
But when I was at the park, I touched it without want in someone a man, and he speak spoke. Oh, disgusting!
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the United States. That's kind of where we are as a people.
And I learned to keep distance
Mm-hmm.
from the another people in order to don't touch them because they don't like it's culture. We have to respect. Brazilians is different. When you go in a line in Brazil, everybody is so near. Everybody makes contact and talk about your lives and your problems and their problems. And it is natural. Everybody helps everybody.
Yeah, we don't have that here. All right. We kind of do, but it's not in the way that we should. All right. Here in the United States, I kept telling people that as time goes on, the more and more selfish we are becoming. The United States used to not be like that. All right, the people, but we are like that. We are. This is a very divided country. All right, and a lot of people won't admit that, right? And the very people that are dividing us are the very ones that's trying to blame somebody else for the mess that they're causing. Okay, and I'm gonna just say that like that. All right. So we are a very divided country. Um,
But when I arrived in Texas,
mhm.
I
Texas
realized
is different.
different people. Oh, how are you? It's okay. And smile to you.
Mhm.
And I Oh, he's different.
Yeah,
People
here
are
is different.
so warm here.
Yeah, so yeah, Texas is a whole different animal. All right. Texas is a whole different animal. It's kind of one of the reasons I stayed in the place. Outside of the military benefits I get, temperature. Outside of the military benefits that I get, I love the benefits that I get. All right. Texas is kind of like Florida. Don't worry about it. All right. Texas, Florida kind of has that same thing too, but I don't think it is as good as the United States. All right. They kind of have it going on, but not. Florida. Everything is expensive in Florida. Everything is expensive in Florida. And it seems like Florida, it seems like what they've done in Florida is they're trying to get money off of everybody for everything. It's swindle, 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 swindle. All right. When I was there, I didn't like Florida. I said to myself, that is the one place I would not live. I like visiting, but even my GPS was trying to rob me. I kept wanting to stay off of the toll road. Bilhete. Você tem bilhete para dirigir no yeah.
Because in Florida, there are many tolls.
Yeah.
Tolls.
Florida seems to be full of toll roads.
Toll.
Yeah. Toll. Many tolls.
You go and one toll after another one is very expensive to go anyway there. And there was one that you receive a ticket and to pay in another one. When we arrived at another one, I lost my ticket, so we have to pay $16.50 because I lose my ticket.
That's sad.
Very, very expensive.
And so,
and I couldn't see buses here. What do people go to work?
Oh, buses. I told her we have buses.
Buses here. In Brazil, in Janeiro, full of buses, trains, and subways. But here, I don't see this. How people go to work?
Okay, so we're in Houston, and I keep telling her that there's a lot of buses and trains in Houston, but I think Monday when we go down there to go to the so I'm gonna take them to the whatchamacallit. So Monday we'll go back probably after we drop my car off. All right, and we'll go back and you'll see there's a lot of buses. I'm gonna take them around Houston, and they will see that there are a lot of buses and trains and stuff. But here's the thing: I will say this: Brazil's public transportation, when it comes to the buses and the trains, are on point. I like them a lot. I really like their public transportation. Here it's lacking, I think.
And here, We have only one supermarket there because I know only Walmart. In Brazil, we have much, many supermarkets.
You know what? For us, it seems like we have a lot, but now that you mentioned it, that is kind of true. It's like there is no, because of Walmart, I'm going to tell you what happened. Because of Walmart destroyed competition when it came to super. Because you see, Walmart is very big, right? Now, when we get, so we're on our way to San Antonio. When we get there, you'll see San Antonio has a few more. Now, if I would take you to the northern part of Houston, you would see Kroger, and they have an HEB. But we used to have Albertsons and just a lot of other supermarkets. But a lot of the other supermarkets don't measure up to Walmart because Walmart came in and it kind of destroyed the competition between a lot of stores.
Thank you.
Okay, and so that's the problem there. Walmart killed competition.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, that's kind of what happened. So now, hold on a second.
We have here many blackbirds.
That blackbird.
Blackbirds. As I could see.
Yeah.
What's the name of this blackbird?
Well, I don't know, because there's so many that we have here. It's ridiculous. We have a lot of different kind of blackbirds, and I never bothered to learn the name of them. Anybody knows the name offhand of those blackbirds that we see around everywhere?
Yes. Walmart.
Oh yeah, and like the black bluish one. I don't know the names of them. But yeah, we have a lot. So the thing is, like, we have a lot of stuff, and I would say the food is better. I like the breakfast better in Brazil than here. That's the other thing we noticed. I kept telling y'all that I'm attributing my well-being and my health to the fact that I think I would have been a lot, whether that worse off or maybe not here at all, had it not been for my travels to Brazil, because the food there, the quality of the food is a lot better there. All right, and that's just the truth of it. The quality of the food is way better in Brazil. Now, I wanted to say this. All right, I wanted to bring attention to the thumbnail I put up. I put the thumbnail up that I put up on purpose because I wanted to point something out. It's a thumbnail of women on the beach in Brazil. And I kept saying this, that one of the things that I really loved about Brazil is, and Juliana does it too. Y'all seen a picture of her, and it's all of them. If you go and take a picture of them, they will smile and lead with their faces. All right. Now you know what the BAW leads with. All right. And it's to the point that I'm pretty sure that we are all sick of it. All right. They lead with a smiling face. You see femininity all over the place. You see somebody just kind of glad you asked to take their picture. Now, if they don't want their picture taken, they'll give you the finger like this. I just learned how to do it. I'm not as good as they'll be like, right? And usually they're involved in some kind of nefarious activity. All right, that's how I can tell in the favela. I can tell who's involved in activity and who's not by who will stand in a picture with me and who won't. So the guys in the other favela that I go to, they're not involved in the criminal network. Those that are involved in the criminal network, so I have some that I know that are, and I don't take their picture because they don't want their picture taken. All right, and so I mean that's basically what it is, right? They don't want their picture taken, so I don't take it. And but outside of that, they are still yet friendly. All right. Now I'ma just ain't no wood to knock on. I have never been robbed. Here. All right. So somebody always want me to call me during my live feed. Okay. A lot of these things I can't read. These are the comments. And hey, sobre
é o que a cultura, a diversidade, miscigenação, no caso, né?
In California. So I just took it with a ball and saw like, okay, yeah, a nice little factoid. All right, until they came here and they said, oh, it's like really? Just a lot of Brazilians. In comparison to Brazil.
Brazil, when I travel, it's almost never happened.
Okay.
Because we are very tired to our job in NGO, and we couldn't go any place. Even in weekends, a lot, and we couldn't travel. But we are coming here because our friend invited, and as he went to many times, I'll be alone for many years, and was ashamed because every time he asked me to come here to know next day, mainly Texas, and we decided to come here now. And it was a great experience to stay here. I think that everything is positive, and you have to learn. You will learn every day, and if you are open to bend the new cultures, you growing every day. This is the point. We are not in the earth in vacation. We have to learn every day to be better, to treat people, and beauty a better word for everybody. This is if everybody would have this kind of I think that word would be very better for everybody.
Kind of. So, and that's all true, but the matter is, we know that we live in a very divisive world, and we do that divisiveness a lot of times in the when we're at in the NGO, right? And so
I know him. When happened some disaster happened, he will help people bring water and clothes. Our friend is always think about people and how to help people. And when we to our job, and he wants to know us and our children, I became very happy because he is so big.
so a lot of that though, especially beginning, when it was in the middle of Villa Alliance. So I remember, I don't know how many of y'all remember, the first things we ever took to the NGO. So I made a visit. So how I met Selmina, and what other people were charging us, were our own people, how they was just gouging us, right? And then Bella, that's how we met. Isabella. Isabel. So Isabel, beautiful woman that worked at the hotel. He's a man. Okay. And so that's how we got introduced, right? She's like, "You're afraid to go into the favela?" I was like, "No." And it never bothered me, right? And so I got to the point where I was walking around just talking to everybody in the favela, even with this knowledge. And then the one time the van let me off close to Copa Grande, and then I had to find it in. All right. And so I didn't know how many friends I developed of the children. And so that walk to the old almost by Copa Grande, which isn't far, but when you're walking through the favelas and stuff like that, you see a whole lot of whatever's going on. You see a whole lot. All right. So that really wasn't a problem. Problem for me. The more I start going back there and seeing how much is done so little, I started to get pissed at how we act here in the United States with so much. All right. And I was like, we are a pathetic group of people. We have much and think we are so much better than other people. When people have learned happy with far less. And I mean happy. I'm not talking about this fake happiness. They're happy with less. We're never happy. We have something people need. Right? We're happy. And we don't get to share. We get to hoard. We're so bad at hoarding that we got a television show called Hoarding. I don't think they have a show called Hoarding. Right? Where people just got a bunch of stuff that they just want to keep themselves. I have a house full of stuff, but it's a way. Right? It's just so difficult for me because a lot of things I do by myself. And now, at every opportunity when I thought I would have, it wasn't there. All right. At every opportunity when I had a relationship that I thought was going to benefit me, it wasn't there. All right. So there it is. Right. This is even in the United States. We're not talking the United States anywhere. And I was like, when we are such a selfish people over here,
And people like, well, we need to build. How are you going to build a land of citizens? You can't trust anyone. I keep saying that. You have to do in an army. Before we went and did any function, we did a risk assessment of what can go wrong, what we hope to go right. How do we mitigate the things that are dangerous? All right, and how do we lower the risk as much as possible? That's called a risk assessment. Like, you plan for what may happen. You try to figure out what can happen, and then you mitigate those risks. And when we're talking about building, I can't tell you how you could risk building because you will waste so much money trying to protect what you're trying to build that it'd be ridiculous. Because we have nothing but selfish people. We only have a few good to keep busy with. Because all you fuse a few selfish people that'll run in and smash and grab everything, and then you have to make up for all this stuff. All right, but that's how we think. We got a show called Hoarding. We got people that doing smash that know they're going to be on camera and don't care anyway. That's the United States. Francisco. Dirigino. But anyway, do vento?
Acho que sim, deu 123 quilômetros, né?
Não quilômetros, milhas.
Aham.
Milhas.
Ah, milhas, é.
Milhas. Uhum. 1h30.
Mais longe aí.
1h30.
1h30.
1h30. Okay, so that's basically it. We was talking about relationships. The same problem. Well, the problem with different here. Okay, relationships. Trying to find relationships is tough, but the problem is now somebody with purpose. A lot of the people want the person to fight their purpose. They don't want to help the person in their purpose. The person without the purpose, especially when what I am finding is a lot of females, the male to sacrifice his purpose. All right. And that's in the United States. That's in Brazil. I don't know the Philippines. Maybe somebody could speak to that. And I think that's the other problem. But I think what's leading that is the United States. Our media. One of the things that I think, and this is why I like the favelas. Not a lot in the favelas. All right, they're, and so it's easier if you're something and be something to make an impact on people, because some of the time you're their only TV. So I think that's a good thing. But I think TV poisons the mind. I think TV is a poison, and as I was. And Dr. Francis Welsing said as much. Our homes in the United States, the Afro homes, have the BAWs watch TV out of any other group. I want let that sink in. Watch the most TV out of any other group. why the children are not creative. Children are is meant to be lazy. When you do not work, what good is learning something when you don't have apply it to anything? Learning math when it does anything. In school days, when if we were off, and they told you this in lab school, off by a decimal point, you somebody or cause somebody's death. Oh, really? Oh, you start to math then, right? So when math meant something, I got good at it. You see, all right. If I'm with the builder, Legos, and those, and all the rest of that stuff. I have seen a child with any building tools in lately. When I seen Lake, I have not found them to be in the Afro house. All right. I don't see little children, little African constructing anything. We use forts out of boxes. We use a lot of things out of boxes. Man, that's how creative we were. All we needed to have fun was a box. That's it. All have fun was a box. What's baby? Hey, come here. Okay. So basically, this is where we are. We need play. I used to build arts. We used to stuff. We played football cement because that's how tough we were. All right. The NFL, they girls in the NFL. We played football on cement. When I say football, I mean American football. Played the playground. Metal monkey bars. That might some of the mental damage that some of us have. But anyway, the saying is we played outside a lot. We built stuff. We had an imagination. We got that problem solved. Right? And the girls was bringing work, and I was checking their homework. I was noticing that they didn't do math. They was giving them these square things. What's this mess? What is this mess? All right. It's like they like math in Brazil. Like números. Okay. Para mim, sobrinas pegar trabalho e boxes, muito boxes. I was like, onde número? Não, box. Juba sobrinho, não conheço, you know, can't count money. All right. Our schools are abject failures, and they're failures because that's programming too. All right. We want to call places like Brazil's the third world, right? But one of the things that I've learned, and this is differences that I've started, is in these so-called third world countries, they're better at problem solving than we are in our first world country.
What is the meaning of count?
C-E-U, no, C-E-O-U-T-T-E-E, in a caution.
No
Guardian.
caution, no caution.
Okay.
Counting.
Counting, differentiate. Okay. So, you got stage, cidade, a count, a neighborhood. Okay. So,
County is neighborhood.
no.
No.
Okay. So,
Eight. And after city and after county there, after they.
no, counting is different. Okay. So, no cidade. Okay. So, say
The city is divided
in count. See. And neighborhoods
inside count.
inside the count.
Now I understand.
Yeah, Schulen. Aramaya.
Tá.
Schulen by Aramaya. So it'd be like Schulen. Alemania. Oh, Alemania is German, y'all. That's the Brazilian word for German. And the other thing, too, but Brazilians don't speak Portuguese. Like, with the root of our language, English, but we no longer even speak. England speaks English. American. Brazil speaks Brazilian. Because if you listen to that actually speaks Portuguese from Portugal,
Something different. I could understand.
Oh yeah, it's totally different.
When I met two persons that were Portuguese, I didn't understand. They are Portuguese and I speak Portuguese too. And then I didn't understand.
Not a word. As a matter of fact, it's easier to understand Spanish if you are a conglomeration of many other languages.
Yes.
From the Afro all the way down to Genesis to other things that people brought in. It's no. So tem lugar muito não tem dinheiro. But no, maybe governo aqui. So, governo trabalha aqui muito. All right, so favela, sem governo. So, começa sem governo. Aqui, todo tem governo muito.
Governo is present.
Yeah, governo is president.
Yes.
So we don't have real. We have people that own property that might be in the middle of counties and stuff. That's basically it. All right.
If I want to construct one house, start to construct this, the government comes. Stop.
Yeah. You got so and people ask me why don't I buy a house? Why don't I buy a house? I have nobody with me. All right, when the old gets out of the house, I'm alone because she said she's type of school. I'm alone now, right? I did get to do is clean up her mess, and when she came home, and that's basically ela quarto. So that's it. I don't buy a house. You never own the land. Now, me, I wouldn't have to pay taxes. I get a wife, and then she dies. Our children would then have to pay tax. You see, so we never own the land. If you build a house, how to do everything, you don't own crap. All right, so that's another problem here. All right. So people got to understand. Talk about a lot of these third world countries, that and the other. I think in Brazil you can own land if you can find something to own. Like and so in Brazil you can buy a house and you own, right?
But do you have to pay taxes for the government every year?
So it's a certain.
Yes. I don't agree with you. Oh, for the house, you are, but if you let the tax out, you don't pay, you lose your
House.
house.
You're never the owner.
Yes, you never is the owner.
You're never the owner. And so this is the European style of government, that they make sure that people never own their stuff. It's per property tax. I kept telling people I stay in them because I understand that in the apartment, if something go wrong, it'll be paid for. Not paid for it. This will come by and fix. right? House, if something goes wrong, you fix. You pay, you fix. The taxes lapse, the government will come take you out. If the government can come take your house because you didn't pay tax, then that means you never owned your house. This means you can never own property in the United States. But they just convinced you to take out a mortgage, saying that you're going to never can't own. The only people that benefit from property are those that resell it, or people that got families that it warrants a housing bigger than an apartment. All right. So. And that's basically it. All right. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to teach us. All right. That we are being bamboozled. We've been took. We've been had. We've been led astray. All right. A lot of things that trying to get us to do robs our freedom. Right. Because we had very little freedoms left in. These people running these governments and making up these governments have everybody running on a wheel, like we're accomplishing when all we're doing is giving them a reason to wait around by like vultures to take our stuff and sell it and do it to the next person. All right, the land tax, that's exactly what it is. Are you own my house? You never own your house. If you want to know if you own your house or not, don't pay the taxes. We'll see what happens. And when they come with guns and take your house from you, you own. And when they come with guns and take your house from you,